Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. Before leaving, please subscribe. Today's video is all about cushion foundation. The first one is Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. I've done a review on this one before, and I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it. It gives a beautiful finish and coverage. The price point is wonderful on it. I've also heard about this Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. So I want to compare the two together and see which one is better. So I've tried the Wet n Wild, but I have not tried this Maybelline one. In the Wet n Wild, my color is 106A. And then since I haven't tried this one yet, I'm hoping this one's my color. But in the Maybelline, I got the Porcelain. It is shade 10. So I'm gonna put half of it on one side of my face and the other half on the other and compare the two. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start with my Neutrogena Rapid Repair SPF of 30. I talk about this all the time, how much I love it because it's so lightweight. I just do 2 pumps and spread it all around my face. It gives a nice smell. It kind of dissipates really fast though. But it gives a nice lightweight barrier with sunscreen in it, and it doesn't change the color of your foundations or CC creams, but it gives you that protective layer that you need for anti-aging with your SPF of 30. So I always start out with this cream. Okay, on this side I'm going to do the Wet n Wild. I do not use what's in here. They give you this little sponge. It's not really that great. So I throw that to the side. I do keep this cover on, hoping that it'll keep it from drying out. Less quickly, I have had it sitting in my drawer for a while and it hasn't dried out, so that's good. But I don't use that. What I use is my Real Technique sponge. I just dampened it and I'm gonna press it right in to pick up the color. And I'm gonna apply the Wet n Wild just to this half of my face. I do find the color 106A to be just a tad light. I know when it hits fall and winter time here in Florida, even though it'll still be hot, this will probably be a better shade match for me when I don't have any type of color to my skin. So right now it is a little bit light, but it still works great. It gives a beautiful natural finish. It's a little bit dewy looking when you first put it on, but it is definitely not really like that glowy or anything like that. And it gives about, I'd say, a light to medium coverage, and you can build it up. So you can see right now I have this blemish right here that it's not really covering. So that's why I'd say more light to medium coverage. Okay, so that's half of the face in the Wet n Wild. And let's go ahead and try out the Maybelline version Dream Cushion. And this one's in Porcelain. So it also comes with one of those sponge things and has the cover as well. Ooh, I have to say, I have to just compare the packaging real quick. I definitely think this one looks a little more mature versus the girl. It's a cute kind of anime. But the inside, this one does not have a mirror or anything, whereas this one does. So that's a difference right there. Okay, I'm gonna peel this off. Ooh, this one has, let me show you the product real quick. Okay, so this one is more of a sponge-like, and you don't really see the product because it's underneath. The Maybelline, when you open it up, it looks, you can see all the product on there. It looks completely different. It looks very moist. And you can see all the product on there. It looks different. So let's see, maybe I shouldn't push as hard. Oh yeah, whoa. So as you can tell just from, I just pushed twice in there how much it picked up. It might be because it's new, but maybe the product all kind of sits up on top of the sponge. That's covering a lot. The other one I had to press into quite a bit to get anything out of it. This color is definitely a better shade match for me right now, whereas this one doesn't seem to cover. Wow, you can really tell a difference. I don't know if you can see on the camera. This side definitely has more of a glow to it right now. It looks very, very dewy. But you can see over here where my skin is coming through, you can see like some of the redness in my skin and the blemish that's right there. And you can see kind of my freckles. Whereas this side, it is a little bit more glowy, but it covers, I'd say, more to a medium, even maybe going to the full side of coverage. So this definitely, and I only dabbed it in there once. And I can't believe how much I actually picked up of this product. So this is definitely, I say, gonna last longer, I'm assuming, since I didn't use very much of it and it covered my entire face. But looking at it, you can definitely see the difference. Over here on this side, it's very light. It's very light coverage compared to this one. It doesn't have as much of a glow on this side. So if you don't have a lot of redness or acne or anything, you might really like this just for like a natural finish. Because I like it, but I've never tried this one before. And this one is just beautiful. I mean, it's a little too glowy for my taste, but I'm gonna set it down with some powder and see what I like, if I like it with the powder. But look how much it covers. I mean, you don't really see my skin coming through really much at all. So it gave a very nice medium to full coverage on that side. So that's pretty impressive. I didn't use much at all. In person, I definitely like this side better, minus the glowy part to it. Okay, so maybe if you're looking for more of a dewy finish, you'll really like this. But I want to see what it looks like setting it down with some powder and seeing if I can get rid of some of that glow but still get the really nice coverage that I see. Okay, so in my last video, I tried the Laura Mercier powder, and I like it better. So I'm gonna use up my It by Pores because I don't have that much left in here. It's not a bad product by any means, but I do find that it lightens my foundations just a little bit, and it didn't cover as well as the Laura Mercier. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. Total Face Brush, and I'm just gonna lightly apply powder to both sides. This is the Wet n Wild side. On this side, it immediately took away any of the shine, but you can still see my skin coming through and the redness and discoloration. So let's do the other side now and see what happens. I'm just kind of pressing it where I want it to go, because if you swipe, sometimes you can swipe off the foundation with it. So if you kind of press it into place, it will hold the foundation where you want it to stay. Oh, that looks really pretty. That looks like a natural matte. Once I put it down with the powder, it's not shiny anymore. It definitely looks like a natural matte. It looks beautiful. I love how nice and even it looks, and it's not shiny anymore, and it's not showing through any of the redness or anything in my skin tone like this side is. So I would say out of the two right off the bat, I am a huge fan of this Maybelline Dream Cushion, and I thought that this one was really good until I tried this one. So I think if I buy a cushion foundation again, I'm definitely gonna go for the Maybelline one over the Wet n Wild. All right, so let's go ahead and finish the makeup. So next I'm going to go in, this is one of my favorite palettes. I love how small it is. It's about the size of a credit card. It's super tiny. But the reason why I love it so much, it's the Smashbox Full Exposure, is because it has the 4 shimmers and then it has 4 mattes. And so if you want to travel lightly, you can throw this in your purse or your bag, and it has everything you need. So I'm going to start with the lightest shade here and just go all over my lid for a base on both sides. It gives, when you do this, it kind of gives a nice base for you to apply all your other shadows, so they blend in very nicely across your lid. And it's not really changing the color of my lids, it's just making it all even for that base. Okay, then I'm gonna go in, I really like, it's a little bit dark, but this dark brown shimmer is very, very pretty. I'm gonna do that in the corner and then up into my crease. I'm kind of laying this brush like on the end here so that I'm getting a really nice fine line into my crease, because I don't want that dark color to go everywhere that it's making my lid look really small. So I'm just gonna sweep it in here on the edge of my brush and then bring it in for like that V on the side. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. and then bring it in for the edge on the side. Okay, and then I love this color, the gold shimmer color. I love to put right up there to kind of blend them together, and it adds a really nice pop of color with some shimmer up there, and it blends so there's not as harsh of a transition line, but it makes it look so, so pretty. Even though it's very shimmery in the pan, and as you can tell, you actually use quite a bit of it when you put it on your brush compared to the other colors, and I've used all of them the same. It looks more like a frost with a hint of glitter in it, but it is so, so pretty. It comes out to be like the most glittery of all of them, but it's not like a high glimmer. Okay, so that's that. Oh, I'm not going to use eyeliner again. I'm really liking using my angled brush and using the eyeshadows because I feel like it doesn't look as harsh on my eyes when I'm going for a more natural look during the day. So I'm going to go down here with like this bark color. Well, that's what it's called, a MAC. So this is like comparable. And I'm going to just let it go right across the bottom and let it fade on its own to kind of add that shadow underneath. And I find this to not be as harsh as using an eyeliner. And it also seems to last longer on me where it's not smudging during the day or anything. So I really like using shadows for underneath if I just want like a natural kind of look altogether. Okay, sorry, that was my cat who's trying to jump up here. All right, next I'm gonna go ahead and put on my blush. Where did I put that? Oh, I'm going to put on my Bare Minerals Vintage Peach. I've talked about this before. I love this blush. Like I said, the only downside to this blush is that it is a loose one. So it does tend to be messy, but it gives this beautiful flush like NARS Orgasm, and it lasts forever because you need the tiniest amount in order to achieve that look. So I'm just gonna lightly brush it on with my e.l.f. bronzing brush. But it's so, so pretty. And it's cheaper than the NARS Orgasm, but gives you the same type of look. Look how pretty that is. Especially with the color shirt that I'm wearing today, it just makes it pop. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. So I haven't had to use so much on my brows since it is growing in using that conditioner. Look, you can see, I'm just looking in the camera, of how I can still see the discoloration and my skin popping through on this side, and this side just looks beautiful. So I'm really liking this Maybelline one. Okay, so with my Benefit Brow, I'm just going to push down at shade number 3, my eyebrows. I used to keep them up, and it took me forever. I'd sit there and like try to draw them in, and I felt like it was taking forever and a day to do my eyebrows. I find pushing them down, it still looks just as natural, but yet it takes such a short amount of time because you're putting the color right over where you pushed it down and then putting your brows right back up, and it kind of blends it for you. So I find doing the brows are so quick and easy, pushing down and then pushing them back up after you put the color on there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push it back up. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to do my mascara before I forget. So I'm going to curl my eyelashes first to kind of give them more of that upward lift. And I've been talking about how I'm really loving this Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. It really elongates my lashes, separates them, and gives them a really nice definition. So I've been just putting them on the top line. I know a lot of people put mascara on the bottom line. One of the reasons why I don't is my eyes tend to water from allergies, and then I have like a hot mess underneath my eyes of blackness. So I tend to just put it up top so I don't have that happening. I just got it on my lid. Let me just sweep it off of there. All right, so this is just one coat. I'm gonna add one more. There you go, look how pretty that looks. Okay, and then I'm going to end off with my favorite lip gloss. I love the price point on this. It's Revlon. It's not sticky, but it gives like your lips but better color. It's super natural. It is so pretty and very lightweight. Anytime I wear this lip gloss color, I can't tell you how many people ask me about it. If you look at it in the jar, it's like a pinkish brown, but it really doesn't change your color of your lips too much. It just adds more of a shine. But the part that I like about it is it being not sticky, and it doesn't have like any mint to it or anything like that that might irritate some of your lips. Because I know Boxham's like that, and I personally don't like that feeling on my lips. But I love how this feels hydrating and it's not sticky at all. So it's a beautiful natural color. All right, so I thank you for watching. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel before leaving. I have to say, if I'm choosing between the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation and the Maybelline Dream Foundation, I am totally in love with the Maybelline Dream Foundation. This one is 10 times better than the coverage on this one. I am super, super impressed with this. So I would have to say Maybelline for the win on this one. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.